down to the free life. Stay in love, baby. Sing out until the day. My baby feels asleep in it. Yes, you wonder about me. Y'all, I'm pacing the floor, wondering what it's gonna be. Will my check be under? See the mortgage and the light bill is evening. And sometimes it ain't easy. Got my woman at home, and sometimes she don't get bad. It's like she got no vision. She only see it always say I'm a bad decision. Get the doctor on the phone. I need to holler at him for you to something wrong. I said, doctor, tell me what's wrong. My baby tripping out the mess about home. Yeah. It's like you made a decision. It's like you opened up and put a trip in vision because sometimes it's no, it ain't how it's supposed to be. See, I admit I was wrong. See, I got caught in the streets. I should have had my hands in. We didn't have a little fun. Cause my baby was tripping and wasn't giving. And the Louis got go. What's going on, Jamel? What's going on? How you been, Jamal? How you been? Tell me something good. What's going on over there? Hmm. One of my favorite singers. Mhm. I'm not gonna be here long. Not gonna be here long. Just a few little things on this early Sunday morning. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. One Papoose also still has her membership over here. So if you would like to join to support the channel, please go to the About page. Click the link, $1.99 to help support the channel. But anyhow, let me pause this. I like the song. How y'all doing? I have to get this echo out of here. Hold on. There we go. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it. I forgot. I forgot I was on Streamlabs the other day. So let me fix this. Hold on. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it. Hold on. I forgot. I forgot I was on Streamlabs the other day. So let me fix this. Okay, so I got another window open. That's the problem. Hold on, let me see if I close this out. What's gonna happen? Hold on, let me see if I close this out. What's gonna happen?
Mic check, check, check. Gotta wait for it to catch up so I can see what's going on. Mm, 2, 3, should be 3. Mic check, check. Got it, got it. I fixed it. Okay, that should do it. That should do it. I tell you one, if you on here long enough, boy, you will learn how to do all of this computer stuff. So it's been a long time for me, so it's easy now for me to kind of go on and fix it. Good morning, servant. Good morning. Whoa, it's been a week, you guys. It's been a week. Like I say, I'll be out here dilly-dabbing, kind of watching it, looking and seeing what's going on. I'm kind of gonna go through this a little bit quick with my show because Sundays is my day also to complete my work that I have to do at work. So did I close that? Oh, geez, I closed out all my windows too in the process. 9 o'clock in the morning, and the job is calling. Yeah. Hello.
Jesse, this is Ms. Code Post Office calling to let you know there's 2 hours of begin tour overtime tomorrow for 324.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Later.
Thanks.
Mm.
Bye.
Okay. So a couple of things has happened. You still have a great amount of people that is putting their share into this whole Puffy indictment. I've never seen in my entire life. And granted, I get it that a lot of social media is also a social tool to learn and to understand a lot of things. But baby, I find it. I I I'd be like, where was all these black people at? During the time where we were fighting. Well, some of them wasn't born, so I get that part. But um, other major fights that are going on, and I've seen like it's a lot of black people that knows and portrays to knows and dilly dab through the law. And I guess I understand it, but I'm like, oh, why? If you put the amount of black people that are out there fighting pertaining to some things that they insinuate that is against the law and or I like to see all of these people up there fighting now, in Washington, other than that one black lady that sits up there. Let me see if I could pull her up by herself. She sits up there by herself and she challenges a mega force of white people on bills, on things that are going on around the world, like this whole mega stuff. Let me pull. Let me see. I didn't erase all my stuff out my thing. So give me a minute. Let me see if I can put some more of this stuff back up in the headline. Okay. And so I'm like, what? Where's her help? Where's all of the black people that knows all of these laws and what should be done, what shouldn't be done, what they hope is done, um, up there fighting on the real things, the real things. Indictments are real, and I understand that. However, I feel that when the indictments do come out amongst what we call celebrities out here with mega money and things like that, it's okay to put, to me, your stance behind a person or against a person. But at some point, it's like, okay, that's not the only fight that is going on. So I watch a lot of people, dilly dab and everything around this whole Sean Combs situation, right? Which is pretty big. However, I got to get into this and tell you why I don't give a shit. I watch it, but there's this that I didn't even know. Well, kind of knew, but never followed her, right? So there's this one girl has a whole podcast and show and everything. I think her name is Carisha or something like that, which they call Young Miami. Now, I remember following a little bit of her back early on. I mean, years like, oh, didn't I kind of fell off because the fast intentions of this person, things that she has said that turned me off, from her certain interviews that she has done. Well, yesterday, while I was cleaning a little bit, somehow she came back down my timeline. Not only her, but Wendy Williams ain't been in my timeline and God knows when. Now that's popped back up, right? With her and um, Puffy, right? Her and Combs. So I'm like, okay, they really try to get information out, but the more you watch it, it becomes so, it gives you these mixed emotions about not the person, but the situation, as far as someone being indicted. Kind of like with R. Kelly, 1 minute you're watching a particular person or a show with this narrative, and then you're watching this show over here with the different narrative and things about these celebrities. But I'm aware that the Puffy Combs is, up on the hot seat, like topic number one in the news out here, like how they did R. Kelly. And I always, with me, don't speak too fast. Let's just wait to see how the people who has their degrees and been to school for this and been practicing for many, many years, have they fight at it. But social media has opened up the door where now it has allowed a lot of people like me and you and the entire world to have their say so. And when we have our say so, we don't stop saying so. We will continue to build propaganda, 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 propaganda. There's a lot of people in place or has been in place around this Puffy Combs guy, right? And now that this indictment is out with the charges that they put on him and that he's facing, there's a whole lot of people like, I don't even be wanting to hear from. Like, I don't hear shit. There's no need for you, or you to talk about anything of what's going on right now. It's not. I'm saying just sit back and wait for your subpoena and put those words where they're really going to be needed and where people you want to hear. Because if you were intertwined with a person years and years ago, and I said this about R. Kelly, and now you want to come out to say something, whether if it pushes clearance to your name, to your actions, because you are afraid that you can end up in the same position as the person that you're speaking on. I'm over here like, go sit down. That's just how I be, y'all. I'd be like, go sit down. Shuffy, the Puffy Comb shit, it bores the shit out of me. It really does, I guess because I've always been that person where, you know, just not 100% in tune, when people become billionaires and, millionaires and stuff like that. I guess because I expect for them with all of that amount of money that you go do life, you're doing you're giving back, you're helping the people, you're doing, that, so there's no need to kind of do so much, of being involved. It's like, well, yay, okay, oh, this person's having a concert. Okay, maybe I'll go see the concert. Now I'm done with it, resume my life, blah, blah, blah. Go into the stores. Oh, this person made a t-shirt. I like the t-shirt. It matches my jeans or, my shoes. Okay, well, I'll purchase the t-shirt or, an outfit or so and be done with it. Not get in debt like in their lives. To me, and I get it, celebrities like to do what they call build a family, put a lot of people around them. There's also a lot of celebrities that prefer to be isolated and enjoying their millions of dollars here and there, so it's just weird. Puffy happens to be a person that as he stated, loved to party, loved to give to people, loved to do this and loved to do that. Now, I was watching a few of his alleged, whatever they want to call it, freak off parties, right? And in the freak off parties, clearly, just like how they did R. Kelly, when they would start showing his videos, the narration of it kind of didn't fit the videos that I saw, but I'm sure that there's videos that may exist. I don't know. The government says that they recovered some of them and the baby oil and all of that stuff. And little do I know, or any of us know, with this case, it's going to take a lot for them to build it to actually make it stick. But if I look at it, in a way, I'm like, well, baby oil and okay, these videos that I'm watching, there's nobody like literally in these videos where they're walking around bucky naked or anybody. Well, I guess they couldn't show that anyway on YouTube. So if they are there now, you had the I put on my community board about Gloria Allred, she now has a young lady that has come out to put her information out. And of course, Gloria Allred, from what I've seen, her, I've not seen her in court yet to litigate anything. She came out with Faith Rogers on the news, broadcasting this and broadcasting that. They were reading their footnotes and she's hugging her, and Faith Rogers is crying. I swear I was deja vu. I was like, what, this is the same stuff with Faith Rogers. So I was like, Lord, please tell me that Gloria doesn't have a script written up for high profile celebrities. And if there's a female that can be found, 30 to 50 years later, that, I'm going to contact this person. I'll let her know that I got her, but we're not going to go actually to trial with this because in a sexual assault case or the R case or whatever, technically the burden of the proof is on, the prosecution, right? So, and from what I'm hearing, when allegations are made from 20 to 30 years ago, it's kind of a very difficult case for allegedly prosecutors to prove, especially in these civil cases. However, it was a little bit different with R. Kelly, but R. Kelly ended up with a wonderful attorney, Jennifer Bonjean, when it came to Faith Rogers, where, her, allegations about what had happened and in between and before with R. Kelly, some of it just did not pan out. And I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, that Jennifer Bonjean had proven that about Faith Rogers and nothing moved forward with that. However, let's not forget that Faith Rogers and her parents also, put the lawsuit in on Don Russell, where the courts did find Don Russell liable for, probably harassment and certain other things under the sub name of, from R. Kelly. So if I can remember, I believe that the lawsuit was aimed towards both of them for a substantial amount of money to be paid out. Don Russell goes to jail, he does his time. Where he is with the lawsuit as far as paying them what they asked for in the lawsuit, who knows? I don't know. Maybe they're taking it up out of some type of financial um, business or whatever that he is in. But when it came to that lawsuit, and I'm reading this lawsuit, and we're hearing the video being played, and then Don Russell actually said, okay, yeah, I called them, but it was like a return call because they, was reaching out a little bit to him, and once they got able to convey a conversation between each other, Faith Rogers and her mom, that is when things went left. So to my understanding, the Faith Rogers' mom, whatever, and then they build the story and said that Don Russell did X, Y, and Z. Well, the court ended up buying that. Now, this can be kind of the same situation with Gloria Allred and the lady who is coming out to sue Sean Combs, from what I'm hearing. And I know that that's probably not probable, but he's up to somebody typed in one chat that I was watching like 400 and something lawsuits. And right here, lawsuits, we know that people are coming to basically strip you from all financial needs and means. And once you're stripped down from financial means, and they put you to the bottom of the pit, it makes it very difficult for you to continue to fight your case. Kind of like what they did with R. Kelly, coming from Greenberg and all of the other attorneys that he had went through. There had to be, monies paid out. Well, he's paying out so much money to protect his case, to fight his case, to win his case, where they just depleted him out of money to where he had gotten to a position where it made him difficult to fight, to, be able to hire a magnitude of a high power, knowledgeable, winning bowl attorney, so that he can come right back up out of there. Like the time when he went in to try to get a bond, and all of these motions, and it costs money, and it costs money, and it costs money. And so, but good morning, Lady Herb. Hi, sweetheart. So, going back to Puffy Combs, they're going to drain. They're going to literally freaking drain as much money as they can. But I've never seen Gloria Allred actually in a courtroom, like really litigating her cases with the prosecutor. I meant the defense. I'm sorry, the defense. I've never seen her. I'll be trying to pull it up. Only thing that I see in her is civil suits. We're just suing. We're suing. Now, will she be able to go in there with hers and make the civil suit stick? Because Gloria Allred feels, to me, more than the young lady is feeling, that she's owed a substantial amount of money, probably $3 million, $4 million. I believe that Gloria Allred feels more about the money than the young lady does. And she's really good at helping. I'm not saying good in a good way, but I'm like, damn, she's good at, these women and helping them push their story out here, to attack people emotional side of the situation. But however, I'm putting this on me now. I don't be feeling nothing, you guys. I have to be straight up honest with you. And I think that my feelings are on a low vibration on a lot of things like this, maybe because I don't know a person personally. So I don't know if that's normalized of me or not, but I can actually look at a story, just sit here quietly and be like, oh, wow, and then move on with my life. You understand what I'm saying? Let me read your comments, sweetheart. You say it tickles me how the Kel supporters sit up with grown Lil B and talked about P. Diddy when grown Lil B did. You know what? All of that is just hilarious. You know what else is tickling pink to me, Lady Earth, is people that has been down the road that we call trouble, right? People that has had time to stand in front of a judge fearing for their lives. People that has broken magnitude of laws out here, you know, it's almost like go sit your ass down. You know, now, this is what I'm saying, Lady Earth. If you know what's good for another person, then you should have known what was good for you. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, you may have been through your challenges of lesson learned, right? And now you want to pass on some do's and don'ts to the other person. You know, it's like, what was yours? Good morning, Wiki T Ty. Good morning. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. But you got to be over 18 too. Oh, it's all puzzling. It seems like the people that gets in trouble seems to want to uh, uh, make it appear to the public that they're the smartest people in the damn world. And I'm like, you're not, because had you not done what you done to be in trouble, you know, oh, I would consider that, or you being the smartest person in the world, like people like me or Lady Earth or Service, Jamal, you know, probably we could see Frank. Good morning, Frankie. Just don't get in trouble. Avoid it as much as possible. I'm also a sole believer that a lot of the people that gets into the type of trouble that they get into, this is just my opinion, did not stop for a moment to realize that what would God do? But then once they in trouble, or they get this a disastrous narration about them from the public, and then it's, you know, well, God can do this and God can do that. God, yeah, like I keep saying, it's to me, is very mysterious. And by me just knowing that alone makes me challenges myself on, wait a minute, I gotta think first. Should I be doing that? Should I be doing this? Have I ran a red light before? Yeah, probably have. But that's just me ignoring, you know, God. That's just me realizing that, well, okay, if I get pulled over by the police for running a red light, well, I just get a little minor ticket. I ain't going to jail for that. So I know how to separate some things that I do that would be considered to the public, I guess, bad, like that keeps me from going to jail. I ain't doing the jail shit. That's not just gonna happen like that, because I check with God first to see, right? But since I know that he's a very mysterious guy, I know how to order my steps. Good morning, Sheila. And I'm sure some, you know, most of you guys, you know, do too, but I know how to order my steps, especially as we get older. You know, to order your steps. Should I? Shouldn't I? Then the second thing that I do is I question myself, well, how much is it that I want to have this fortitude of peace in my life? Well, guess what? I want to have a whole lot. Well, now how much of me do or needs to be shared to the public? A lot of people don't care. There's a lot of people out here saying that they are an open book. Sometimes opening your book with all of the pages in it can find yourself in a world of trouble. There's people that's just like, you know, when you go to Borders or whatever and you pick a book up and you read it, there's part of that book that you're just not going to like. And then the part that you don't like, guess what you do? we start to tell someone, that becomes a form of gossiping. And then we start to build the propaganda either on the character or the storyline. But I guess that's just the way humanity is. Some of it, we stick around to deal with it, and some of it, like me, I'll be like, this shit here is crazy. I'm not gonna be too long in front of y'all because today is my writing my paperwork day, and I always want to come on Sundays. You see, I've been popping up on Sundays, so y'all need to turn on those notifications when my tea gets hot and I let Teddy out, and then I'm coming down to chit chat with y'all. No. Hmm. But there's the one girl, well, her name is Carissa, right? Let me see if I can find that interview that I was watching. I'm not sure. I don't see if I find hold on, you guys. Hold on 1 second. Mhm. Hey, Miss T. London. Good morning. Good morning. So where was I going? I think her name, what is her name, y'all? The Krishan, right? So yesterday I peeped in a chat and watched it for a little while. A young lady that I actually um like. I like her chat. I like her broadcasting, and that's Lady T-Bug. She pops in over here when she can, but and I typed in the chat. It was something it was a question about um Puffy Combs, and so I typed in a chat where we know we have the prosecution side, right? But there's also the defense side. So I was like, but what if the defense comes with a magnitude of people to put a great defense on for Puffy, right? For the juror, right? And said, well, and it kind of coughed. What about this girl, Carisha, or Young Miami? Let me call her Young Miami, right? So I ended up watching one of her shows where her and Puffy was on the couch, and I guess she's under revolt or something, right? So I was listening to her. I listened to how, she speaks about, the growth of her children, and they go outside, and when she's ready, when they going outside, they doing what they do, it's time for her to be a bad girl. She wants to be a bad girl. She had really um, became influential about being a bad girl. Okay. And I was like, a bad girl. You be a bad girl. I think she got 3 kids or something. I have not dig into all of her biography about her because there's a whole lot that I don't give a shit. It is what it is. But um, watching her video alone, and we're talking about Puff Daddy with freak offs, and he may have given this person this particular type of drink, or maybe this particular type of a drug or something like that. And now, mind you, Puff Daddy, I watched him also on one of the old Wendy Williams show that had came up, and Wendy Williams had asked him, whoa, you smell so good. She even called his smell finery, right? With whatever he was wearing. So then he went into talking about, his suit is from Gucci, and he named who his shoes and things were from and all of that stuff. And I believe that the Bible somewhere says that, watch what you glorify, right? I'm gonna leave that right there just to, put on some people's mind. Watch what you glorify. But he in turn had said that, no, he don't, do too much. Well, he doesn't do the drugs, or I always say that, alcohol can be a form of drug. It's just a liquid drug because it does some type of impairment to your body, whether you're sloppy drunk, you know, a little tipsy or whatever, it's an impairment. So it does that. It fogs out your thinking sometimes because we have a lot of people that will get behind a car, and pissy Scott drunk and kill somebody. So it's dangerous if you use it to that dangerous level in your body, but just to be an occasional or a mild drinker, I think it's okay, but I still think that it's a liquid drug, period. But that's just me. So, and so she was like, well, well, how do you continue, blah, blah, blah. They're looking so good and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, because I don't put the stuff in me and blah, blah, blah. But then I go over to this Young Miami live, right? Let me see if I can find it because I'm going to show y'all under the Fair Act use of how her behavior was. Good morning, LaKendra. Let me see. Let me go through my old videos to try to bring it up. So I was like, wait a minute now. Are they talking about the P. Diddy that is nasty, nasty like that? Is it forced? Does he force the women to do these things? What is it? Because had I been on a juror stand, I'm sorry, had I been on this juror stand, y'all, and I'm like, and I see a lot of these videos like this, I would be saying to myself, well, wait a minute, looks like a lot of these young women, especially the young Miami who was in allegedly, which appears to me, some type of competition. She wanted to make the man like her. You my man. You don't leave until I say you can go, hanging on the cars. And I was like, what in the hell? Let me see if I can find her live because we're going to bring it up. You know what? Let me go here, then I'll come back because Infamous Sylvia is in my live today, and it is what it is. And of course, y'all know my MO. I don't give a fuck. Sorry for my French on a Sunday. Um, Let me see. What is her name? Resh. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it because I want y'all to see this one little part, right? Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna get to this one little part. I know y'all probably seen it, but give me a second where she talks about interview started out, okay. It's like, oh, okay. And to my understanding, they had already been dating together. So he's been with her, she's been with him, and um, I guess with the controversy that went on after, to me, the social media and everybody's finding out that, okay, well, this young Miami is involved in this man's life. Now, in this video, they try to make it perfectly clear to the people that they have open relationships. She goes into why haven't you been married? She goes into how do you prefer your sex? Do you like making love or effing? Y'all know what that means, right? And blah, 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 right? She's also she's a drinker, you guys. Now, I understand the process of working women, especially when we have our children. We got to keep the money coming in. But sometimes I get confused with working women that does not have the picture where your children is coming along with you, or your work is in a different area that may not allow your children to be with you because at that point the only thing on your mind first is building a character that you want people to know, and then the money, and then the children, so that's kind of how I kind of look at this young Miami lady. She made her choices for her life, but I I don't think as a woman that they were, or that they didn't align to the right way. Sometimes, to me, you got to take your children along with you on what the ride is for you to make the money. It's the children. Make the money. Provide with what you have. I get it. Some of it may be hard. It's going to be long. It's going to be rough. But then you get to make that choice of how rough do you want it to be. What do I mean by that is, how many children should I have? 'Cause we can have one child work at Walmart and be just fine until the baby turns 18. But now when you start making two, it's a different man. We're caught in these entanglements. They're not entrapments. There are entanglements. Things didn't work out just right. But guess what? I like the new man. I'm going to have a baby by him. The process just continue to repeats itself until you feel like that you're going to get it right. Some people will never get it right. Now they're angry. We're angry at the man. He left. Somebody else caught his interest. There's another woman. He cheated. Blah, blah, blah. Now I'm stuck with 2, 3 kids. What do I do? Child support ain't enough. He works at Chrysler, putting brakes on cars and shit like that. So I have to take this into a different angle. Now becomes less of attention to your children because you have to go chase the bag. She chased this bag. Allegedly, from what I've been watching, she sent her children elsewhere to chase this bag. But she gets into, let me let y'all hear this. Like I say, under the Fair Act use of 107, I am playing this video for a reaction. Get it, it's under revolt. So they'll probably still give a copyright claim on it, which I don't give a shit. But let me see. Let me see where we're at. Because I want y'all to hear.
I'm doing the fuck I want.
Yeah, you living life.
Yeah, acting bad.
Yeah, acting bad. That's what's up.
So
Let me
you
know if
just
y'all
did
can
more
hear
words,
this.
And you like fucked it up, tripping, saw you in your R-rig, yeah, and all white.
But you know what? Before I go on, I want to say this, right? Before I go intermittent into some of these, because I'm gonna skip trace it, right? How this much so do remind me of R. Kelly's situation, right? R. Kelly situation, being an older person is just not new to a lot of people. I'm watching Puff Daddy on this video, and he's not a young cat on here. So that means that he has been doing life. He has some storyline behind him. When I look at particular women, or I hear about particular women who has absolutely no problem about who a man has dated, how long he's dated, how openly his relationships are with people, and a woman like Young Miami does not take that into account to weigh into what direction should she go in, as especially pertaining to these questions that she's asking him, right? She didn't give, in my opinion, she didn't give a damn who he was with, how you was with him, when you was with him. All I can see from what she's putting out as her character on here is that, well, I want a piece of that pie also. I want a piece of what you can do, what you been doing with the other females. You going on a cruise with so and so? I want to go on a cruise with so and so. So in other words, I feel like, I can fight for me a position with you. Kind of like with R. Kelly. There's a lot of women that knew that the R. Kelly had gotten married. Do you think that that stopped them from still wanting to be with the R. Kelly? No. The celebrity status will, push some females in that direction, especially if there is a financial struggle in their life. I don't know, most women out there, women tickle me to death because they like to say, "Good morning, Carla," that, they got the best punani on the market. I, I mean, I can't relate to it. I don't know, because I grew up thinking that, sometimes punani is just punani. You go in it, you come out of it, and you release yourself and it's all over. But some women be thinking that, they punani is the big, like what is the fuck? But anyway, like I say, under the Fair Act use, this is what I see with Carisha, Young Miami, on this Puff Daddy interview with him, right? And allegedly, or I guess they were dating at some point in time. And it's almost like she's presenting herself to be in this competition of the liking for Puff Daddy. So when it's time to appear in court, and if she happens to be subpoenaed, which we're going to get into, pertaining to infamous Sylvia, and for the record, I'll say it again. I don't give a fuck who don't like it. That's just how I roll over here, period. But back to Carisha, right? Um, like she knew, like somewhere she had to know, but it's who can dress the best, present themselves the best. This is how they build a resume. And hopefully I can grab the attention of this man. But let me let y'all listen for a little bit. I want to show you so
Like
bad.
the luckiest man in the world, you know what I'm saying? And to even have had the experience to have her in my life. So yes, it's a daily thing though, but I'm back up on my feet, and
I want y'all to hear this
I'm ready to
question that
love
she
again.
asked. So hold
Period.
on one sec. Let me bag. Like, I want y'all to hear the questions more so.
And I had to deal with the reality and really,
So she asked him, hold on,
really.
because one thing about a woman, oh, we know how to soften a conversation to bring the man, to draw the man into it, right? When sometimes I be thinking I shouldn't even be saying this stuff. I feel like I'm breaking a woman's code. That's how sometimes it feels, but sometimes it's got to be spoken on. So she broke ice when she started to talk about, hold on, let me pause. No, 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 go back. Go back, go back. I'm always hitting the wrong thing. I want to pause it. I'm always hitting the button, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna have to get back to that question. But so she broke the ice. She went in talking about how she also had a death in her life from someone that was very, very close, right? And she talks about how she dealt with it, and she been through the depression of it and the stress of it, and she kind of still deals with it today. She found herself, sometimes sporadically walking around with tears dropping here and there, something that we kind of all go through, right? Because for the record, I still have a tear here and there when I take time to speak to my dad. Okay, may he rest in heaven. But so sometimes there'll be a tear. I don't know if the tear is just a signification on my dad spiritually responding to me, like I can feel it here and there. And if y'all can remember, I talk about some of my feelings and what are my signs when it comes to a spiritual feeling when I'm speaking to a significance of someone like my dad or God. Okay, I get needle prickings through my body when I don't feel anything. I feel like that there's no answer right now, or I don't have the attention to God or my dad or anything, maybe they busy or resting in heaven. And so then I'll come back to it later because that helps me signifies that there's a spiritual connection there, especially when I do take my thoughts or, I don't want to say problems because I don't have many problems like that. But when I want to go to God, and I swear, y'all, my body will trickle with needle pricks. So I know I'm there. I know I'm in that space. So, but anyways, but she's broken ice in the interview by bringing up this emotional feeling about what she had been through. And she knows that question would have been appropriate, of a time to break the ice with Puffy, right? Because of Puffy, I'm not totally familiar with the story with him and his passing of his, I think, ex-wife, right? His deceased wife, the one that has the twins, right? So, but she knows that. So, us women will find something that we can actually connect to a man to get them to open up, to put them in their locked feelings. And she did that shit well on here, right? Let me use this. Let me use the death method. Let me use that because now we both have something in common. Well, can you tell me, this is what she asked, how did you deal with it? How did you grow? Have you grown from it? Has it this or this or that? And so what she's doing is finding out what place can I substantiate in his life. And once I figured that out, oh, he never married her. That's what I was trying. Like I say, help me out with this, Carla, because I'll be following all this goddamn celebrity stuff like this. I have to follow me in life and make sure that I'm right in life. So he never met, what's her name? What was the lady's name? Oh, I forget her name. That the twins are by. Well, that deceased person. He did say quite a few times that he would never marry. In this interview here. He did say that, but when he said that, kind of almost like at the end of their interview, and I believe she got crushed from that because to me, thinking like a woman, and she's a woman, I believe that, her line of questionings was setting herself up to hear him say, wow, you mesmerize me. Wow, you might be the one. Or maybe, maybe it'll be you. I think maybe she was hoping, in my opinion, to hear Puffy say something like that, right? Like, well, it could be you if you keep it up. But let me tell y'all before we get to it, because we're going to get to it, where I believe that she lost Puffy at, right? Because she goes on and she asks him a question about her characters. Good morning, love. Hey, ill. Um, her characters, right? So now she has two characters. Uh, Sean Combs, I gotta admit this, you guys. I only see one character in him, but I see that he do carry different names, AKAs. R. Kelly carried two different characters. They says that we don't know the man. You only know the artist. That comes from ex Drea Kelly. Y'all don't know the man. You only know the artist. And I have to say this, I'm so sick of these people making themselves be of two, three different damn characters. I am one papoose, aka one pap, aka Jackie. I don't have three different damn characters going on inside of me. I am this away, straight away, with three names. One that accidentally was given to, they gave it to me on this YouTube. It kind of rolled with it. I was like, okay, I'm feeling that one pap. But I'm originally one papoose. I am originally Jackie. There was nothing in my mind, no matter what, let's just say, even if I did became the biggest country pop star out here, I'm just going to be one character. So trying to juggle these people who makes themselves out of two different characters is some crazy ass shit to me. Just because Monday you wore pajamas around the house all day, you don't comb your hair or you don't do this, does not change who you are because on Friday night, 7 o'clock, it's 85 degrees, you gotta go be hot, put my weave on, my eyelashes on, my nails on, that it changes who you are. Now, on here, on this episode, right, with Carisha, she asks Puffy, well, which person, do you like the most? Which person do? That's some psychotic, crazy ass shit. Because what you're telling me is that, wait a minute, on Monday, well, I could have an attitude. I don't like you because you got Kim Porter, thank you, babe, has on pajamas or this or that. Well, Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, since you are that away, I don't want to talk to that person. I don't like that person. I'm gonna wait till Thursday, Friday, Saturday till you clean it up and be this and got your stilettos on and stuff, because that's the person I like. But yet then you look for a particular type of, how you supposed to be married in a relationship with two damn different damn characters? I don't understand that shit. I'm just saying, but let's get to that. Let's get to that. But she tapped into Puffy's emotional side on this when she started talking about death. Us women are good. I don't care what people say. Once you learn a person, you know how to organize your angles of conveying with the person, especially if your agenda is wanting something from a person. I want y'all to keep that in mind, because when I get into this whole subpoena crap stuff about infamous Sylvia, remember exactly what I said. You study a person, you know when to tap into the energy of a person or people to get what you want. Period. Now, whether if they gonna keep labeling those type of people ingenious or scammers or pathetic or bright or passionate, or you have to figure that out for yourself. It's a ball of yarn that you want to try to keep untangling it, and the ball of yarn is just huge as hell, and you don't get exhausted from it. Go right ahead, because when I go out to put up my Christmas decorations, I could be a little bit better at storing them every year, and I'm getting better, right? But baby, when I pull out them extension cords, honey, and I done spent more than 5 or 10 minutes to try to untangle that damn cord. Man, I throw that shit right back in that damn box. I'll be like, I'll come back because I'm tired of it. Ain't nowhere in the world that this shit should be this long and tangled up like this. Who did this shit? And then I turn around and be like, well, yeah, Papoose, you threw the shit in the damn box just like that. They have a better way of storing the chorus of my point of that is that you can spend a whole long time, some wasted time, and trying to untangle a lot of people's energy and character and you name it. It's exhausting. And find something else to do. I'll come back to that. Or better yet, I'm gonna throw that shit in the garbage. I'm going to the store. I'm gonna get a whole new line of cord that ain't tangled. Keep my life simple. Cause that cord, that extension cord, it was tapping into to my energy, and it was pissing me off. And if it pisses me off that I can't get this untangled, guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to take this shit out on somebody, because I'm mad. I'm mad. This is the type of stuff that we see on social media. However, the difference between me and probably a few other people is that I know how to deal with it. I know how to stop myself in the track, right? Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh, you get mad. Put that shit down. Go do something else. Go do something else. Go do something else. You cannot use the N word in here. Aren't you supposed to be over there finding out the death of Hassan, Hussein, Bin Laden? Oh, supposed to be, yeah. Come tell us what happened to that damn nigga. Stop saying nigga in my chat. You do know that he gone, right? He gone. Another one. Anywho, but let me get to this there. Let me rebuttal on this one here.
When I did the deal with them, I was like, if I knock this Ciroc out the park, like I need to get this tequila off. And so, Ciroc is #1 now, and You know, we got the smoothest tequila in the game.
So me and you do something on Fridays. It's called
Now, I have a question about this. To know that you can be judged, ridiculed about doing some things that does not seem right to people will build, escalate a big narrative of you're breaking the law, which is what they've done to Puff Daddy. Is indicted, several charges, right? I don't know how many counts to each charge. I have not looked at that part, but um, comfortable, comfortable with the people now. He's telling you guys, that he's got this Ciroc and he's got the tequila and all of that's a business. There's a business. And granted, money over, money over man, money over man. No, he's thinking money. So he's progressing in it. Money's coming in. So that's information. Pretty easy now. Even though like I said, the world knows it, right? It's out there. It's got his bottles. It's got his name on it. He's got this going on. So there is no way for him to be like, well, no, I didn't make no money or this or that. They're going to tap into that business. They're going to see what's the ties and everything, if it still exists now. I don't know if it's shut down now or however. The only problem that I really kind of had with this and my assertion for this, and it's just a joke, right? All this time, I found nothing wrong with Jesus tequila. How many of y'all been back? Come on, I like tequila, but I will never drink tequila raw, not naked. No, I have to, I mix it in a little bit of whatever, but I'll never drink it straight. That shit stinks. So, but now, as an advertisement, he says that he had the best, tequila on the market. I've never saw his tequila, and maybe because it's in the a very expensive aisle that someone like me or probably you just don't go in. These bottles that he has on this screen over here, man, looks like they got that shit locked in the vault when you go in the damn store. You gonna need a puffy pass ID to buy one of them. It's just, I don't want alcohol like that. I want to be able to just walk in the store and it's out on the thing. Maybe that's another reason why I never drink, like Hennessy or Cavassier and all those, right? If you got to lock it away, then nigga, it ain't for me to buy. However, I understand the rise of the deaf community too. It will go up in there and take a whole damn case off the shelf and walk on up out of there. I understand that, language of it too, but still, I I ain't never seen this shit on the shelf. Maybe they got it locked away up here. I don't know. And there's another thing. He talked about, oh no, that wasn't him. Okay, but let's go on.
Funky Fridays.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Fucking Friday. Cheers.
Here we
Cheers
go. Funky Friday.
That's my love.
Fucking Friday. We gotta make that into a song.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Yeah, now Fucking Friday is about mental health. You know what I'm saying? There's so much pressure, so much stuff going on in the world right now. And that self-love is important. And as I was saying earlier, I went through this healing journey. And I had to start to let things go. I had to just really protect my mind. And I think it's important for everybody. Like at the end of the week, it's just so much going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so Fucking Friday is like that time, like after you finish work, and it's just like, that's you time. I look forward to to the commercials and also taking you to Mexico,
We're going to Mexico?
See that?
Mexico and
So,
really
and I
just
guess
learn
this
about
is when they were dating. I'm not,
agave fields.
Where we going?
We going soon.
I want to go tomorrow.
We supposed to go.
I want to go tomorrow.
We gonna go tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go tomorrow though. But we're gonna go. We're gonna set up a trip. We're gonna do it. We're gonna take a couple of people. We're gonna go out there and do a tequila tasting, DeLeon, and you know what I'm saying. Really, so when you're out there talking about it, you'll know it. It's. I mean, tequila is sexy as a motherfucker. Go to Mexico City, turn up, Act
And
bad.
now
Had panic, bad
this is where he deflects, you
So
know.
how
It's
you
like,
love for this question?
Okay.
I got something to do tomorrow.
You
got
like making
something
love
to
or
do.
fucking?
Making love.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't like to be fighting and all that. You know
I
what I'm
just want
saying?
y'all to see this
I'm
part.
definitely more sensual.
You don't like quickies and all that.
Uh,
You like
I
to
like-
make love.
I like marathon sex.
Now,
Ooh,
hold up.
Harry.
And this is the type of stuff that makes you know, not to go off, but just talking like this, doing things like this is what makes your channel. This is what people want to hear, you know. And so a lot of channels out here, because I'm just getting off target just for a second. Channels won't grow unless you are placing yourself at this level of a character, unless you are exposing the other character of you. This is what you want. You will not grow unless you are definitely in or have pushed your way inside the celebrity world, you know, getting to know the people, you know. Hi, 403, how are you? And, you know, so you have to do this. You have to take off your clothes, you know, become skinless some freaking wear, and nothing against it, you know. I like some of it, but not all of it, you know. You have to engage in this hair. You have to engage in the eyebrows. You have to engage in these nails that allow you know, the Chinese people, or now some of the black people, because we have adopted some of their trade, as well as they adopted. That's, oh, hey, Libra, you changed your name again, girl. Um, you know, you have to be fancy with it, and because this is what has captured the sight of humanity now. You know, this is what a lot of the celebrities, other than R. Kelly, like, because R. Kelly had his females, even with ex-Drea, they weren't looking like, you know, this. R. Kelly didn't have these type of R. Kelly. R. Kelly just had him some old natural ass damn women, you know, that didn't bring all of them attention, you know, to themselves. Let's just say, so to speak, right? You know, 'cause you do all this, you bring a lot of attention to yourselves, but man, let's go on, because y'all got to hear this again. Um, yeah. Let's do copyright. I don't have a mod here to post it for me, you guys, but yeah, copyright protection 107. This video is being used for a reaction of educational and entertainment only.
That sounds real fun. Trying to see what that's about now, man. So, how did you feel when you heard Rap Freaks?
Rap Freaks?
You know, it's like,
Oh.
let me put it on your face like the roaches.
See that?
First of all, I was mad at you because like that was a real traumatic story.
You know what? He should have been mad enough, in my opinion, to, hey, after this day, man, I ain't trying to holler at you. Because she kind of, she kind of put her correlations that it just didn't fit. You want to sit on a face and you eat it like roaches. You do what? Like roaches. Who the heck even talk about roaches other than people who have been born into, you know, roaches, roach land? Hi, Rachel. How does that even a frame of thinking? You have to have like been around them. Hi, sweetheart. Happy Sunday to you. You know what I mean? Like who puts that? Even though it was in a rap song. But I'm trying to see what sense does that make? However, she was able to put it in a rap song and let it produce out here in I want to sit on your face. I'm not gay, and it turned me the hell off. Like, what in the fuck? What are you talking about? And so that alone tells me where, you'll find some people um, mix smartness with um, illiteracy. She's like, let me put some roaches. What? And let's go back and hear that though. That shit was crazy. I was like, what girl? Oh. But she did say, she's nasty. She says she want to be a bad girl. She want to be now. Should she be included if she was on the table with Gloria Allred as far as filing a sexual lawsuit? Hell no. Hell to the no. If she would have decided to turn and have a frivolous lawsuit against R. Kelly, I mean, not R. Kelly, P. Diddy, her shit should be tossed out right away on basis of this damn video right
You
here.
feel we heard rap freaks.
Rap freaks.
It's like,
Oh.
let me put it on your face like the roaches.
Like them roaches.
Oh, I
Who
was
in the
mad at you.
hell? Put your hand up in the air. Ever had roaches in mind, putting them on your man's face so he could eat them like roaches? Who? Because I'm about to block you. Who did? Where would that even come from? Where? Anywho.
Because like that was a real traumatic story. like I was traumatized from those roaches, and when I heard it first, I was just like, man, she just went and just didn't know how that really traumatized me. And I remember calling you, I was like, like the roaches thing was a traumatic situation for me. And you was just laughing. And I was like, the Venos Noches though, I was like, you must be talking about you. You got to be talking about yourself, because you ain't putting nothing to sleep over here, baby girl. We on Carisha, please. You better get to telling the truth.
It's like real. It's not.
So now I know it's safe to say, that being that this was his companion at some point of time, that that they have been sleeping together. I guess that's safe to say. You can pretty much see it. So instead of her intentions, which, well, maybe I won't say that. What I'm saying is that she had all intentions of becoming social media famous, right? But she also had other intentions. She had other intentions, and that was, I'm gonna get in here by any means necessary. She told Puffy several times, "Oh, I'm a bad girl. Oh, I could be a bad girl. When I put my kids and they go outside or whatever, man, I'm in the living room. I twerk it when I want to. I don't care what nobody say. As she should. That's her rights or whatever." But I guess my point is the things that we will, I guess, lower ourselves to do to get in this type of environment of being famous or known out here to the world for the buck. For the buck. Now it's up to the people who makes their opinions on certain things and people, whether if this is like God or not. Then we put into place whether if what to follow, what not to follow. Do you want to be this type of person? I'll go back to saying that we're free to do whatever you want to do in life under the spiritual law. Free to do whatever you want. We've already have had a dying for our sins. We've already done had that. So now you're free to do whatever you want. But as we're doing whatever it is that we want to do for a buck or two, we seem to forget about Judgment Day. A lot of people out there in their minds is okay with it because it is said when we're dead, we're dead. How serious is it taken from a lot of people, whether if they to know if there's a heaven or a hell? Because if you're dead, they say you're dead. Trust me, I used to ask myself that question 1,000,000,000,000,000,000 times, especially in my teenage years. My mama said, Daddy said, you be in this house by 12. I ain't coming in to 2. I'm okay getting that whooping because they can't whoop me every day. I'm gonna go out again on the next day, just defiant. I didn't care. I didn't care. I gotta do what I want to do. But at that time and at that age, and me still trying to grow, not wanting or completely understanding that there is a heaven, that there is a God, that there will be a judgment day, that there will, that it got confusing. The people made it confusing for me because y'all would say, not you guys, just hypothetically saying, y'all would say, oh, God is a forgiving God. But took some more years for me to understand that. Well, that doesn't mean to be out there to keep doing the same damn bad shit because now I got people in my head, girl, you going to hell. Girl, you a good girl, you going to heaven. So now they confuse me with that. Well, where the hell am I going? So now I'm caught up with death. So now I start telling my dad is dead. I ain't gonna know if I'm in heaven or hell anyway. You people are just saying these type of things. But now once I can grow a little bit older and do association of my actions uh, and reading the Bible, here and there and listening to people that is also teaching me the Bible, right? It's like, oh, wow, it does says that, if I keep doing this, yeah, he died for my sins, but guess what? Man, and there is a place for a lot of sinful things that I did because spiritually, Jesus, God already done died for, the crazy things that we do. So, yeah, that damn story, y'all. But anywho, so I watch her, like I say, they say, who are we to judge? I'm not judging her, but what I'm saying is this here and other people can show you that the masses of things that we do somewhere along the line of doing them, we don't, I think we get caught up whether if it's the right or the wrong thing to do. And I said previously that what confused me about her and a lot of other women is when we have the children, we get entangled with the order of how, things should go, even if we only have a penny in our pocket. Do we set the children back to the back burner while we gain a particular type of assets to make more income to take care of them? Do we continue to lay down and have babies by different guys or the same guy, realizing that I'm still in the same financial situation that I was in with the first one, but now we've declared and decreed and made our life even more a financial struggle because we done had two. Now I'm on my third one. Now I'm on my fourth one. Now here comes the stress. Now here comes the depression. Now here comes, man, I gotta do something about this. So she opens herself up. She's an open book. She's coming out and she's in this finding her lane to meet these people up in these celebrity lanes and becoming popular. Now is, the bag is coming. But what do we do for the bag? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? But so this is kind of what I get out of her, with a little bit of me listening to her story online. But she tapped into Puffy's energy on here, by speaking death, got him in his feelings. Then she went into the fuckery Friday thing about how he likes it this way and that way. And now she's going to go into which character of a person of me do you like the most? Do you like Carisha? Do you like the young Miami? Um, um, yeah, young lady on here. I think it confused Puffy. Might have been like, whoa, 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 I'm dating two different people. Hold on, hold on.
It's not but the truth, but I be tired. I work a lot. So, I'm a hard working woman. So
Yeah.
sometimes I be like a little tired. Do you go been out sunshine? Like, are you getting
And
something too?
well, hold on. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, I just realized why. I really did. I never catered to this long ass weave because of that. I lost count of how many times she had to pull down on this hair. And it's a total distraction, not only to me, but it's a total distraction when you are in a conversation with someone. Because now, like me, all I'm doing is following how many times is she going to pull on that hair. Why is it that that hair tangles up like that that makes you keep pulling on it? Now, this is a question to the chat because I really want to know. I've never gotten into having it down like that. Now, I've seen Coda Bear. She has hers sometimes that way. I just have not seen her pull on it, in a sense like this. But when you watch these, I don't, is she a celebrity now? I don't know. These people that is heading down the social media famous lane, right? Well, start wearing this stuff. That should be a problem. That should damn well be a damn problem. Look how Puffy looking at her. He ain't listening to the damn conversation. He hears her, but he's over there like, well, damn girl and grabbed his damn hair about 30 damn times. Wait till y'all hear why she did not even show up to one of, I guess, her invites or whatever on a gathering with him, baby, because it was some water around. She was supposed to show up to jet ski. I gotta tell y'all a story behind that too, right? She said she show up, baby, because she wasn't about to get her weave wet. Now, I don't know if I find that story to be true, and here's why. One, you're going jet skiing with a goddamn billionaire who can actually get your hair done as soon as you're done jet skiing. So it's like, screw that damn hair. Yeah, wet. I don't give a shit. It's wet. Wet is wet. A billionaire. She don't want to go because she didn't want to get in the water to get her hair wet. I find that to be a trickling freaking lie. Too Puffy. I'm sorry. You lied to that man. You straight faced lied to that man about getting your hair wet when in fact you're jet skiing with a goddamn millionaire who can get your hair done as soon as you're done jet skiing. Made absolutely no sense to me. That's how women lie too. Okay. So then let me tell y'all my story. I was heading to Indianapolis. True story. I just won't give you the city. Okay. Indiana. I'm sorry, Indiana, but I won't give you the city. And I was driving my mom's Lexus. My mom was a passenger, and my niece was a passenger. I call her here today BDB. I will not give you her real name. She's a grown woman now, though, right? So we're traveling. And we're on, I believe, Route 66 on the back road. We're on that dark, dark road. My mom's Lexus caught a flat. Yeah. We got a flat right now. Um, First of all, it is storming I mean, raining cats and dogs, alligators, seagulls, you name it, pouring raining. I mean, you know my mom, she's got an umbrella in the car. But yes, you can. You can join. Why you can't join? Just hit the like button and join. I don't even know how many likes there are on the channel, but I appreciate it if you guys would hit the like button while I share my time and you share your time here with me on a Sunday. It's 11:40, no, 11:07, where I am over here in Wisconsin, and I hope you guys are doing well on this Sunday morning. So, got to pull over. Gotta get this tire change. We still got roughly about another hour drive where we're heading to. So my niece is a fashion novel, okay? Nothing against it. I don't care. But I'm gonna tell you what I do care about when it becomes an impairment to life, meaning that there's a whole lot of shit you can't do because you have your hair weave down to the back of your butt, or you have these fingernails that you allow someone else to put on your finger to decorate them, or you're in your best Air Ones that cost $200 that are still selling at the store. Those the things that I have a problem with fashionable people. Okay. So I get out the car. I'm in my clothing, but I had to not let that worry me because we had a flat tire. We're out here in nowhere land, pitch black. There's cornfields, there's this. So my mind is telling me no matter what's going on, my fingernail paint, eyelash, all that's got to come off because I got to get the hell up out of here. We got to roll, Mom. I got to figure this out. Now, if you're driving a Lexus, you know that the Lexus tires comes with a specific lock on it. I'm asking my mom, oh my God, where's the key? Da, 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 da. The key is, inbound in the trunk area, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? Took me a minute to even get to the key to get the lock unlocked off of the tiring for the rim for the tiring to the car. So now I'm struggling because I'm trying to do all of this with an umbrella. But then it dawned on me, what the hell? BDB, I need your help. I need you to hold this umbrella up because we got to get this tire changed. We got to get out of here. First of all, I don't feel that we're in a secure and safe place. It's pitch black out here. We're by the cornfields. Anybody can ride by to try to do whatever harm and everything to us. So we got to go and get this tire changed. My dad taught me how to change tires. We all had to change tires before we can own a vehicle. Just in case somebody decide to come live and say that, oh, I'm too much of a woman to ever change no tire. That ain't no woman shit. Yes, I changed my motherfucking tires. You hear me? Jack that car up, got it secured, blah, 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 right? Took the spare out, put that in front of the other tire first, so the car won't roll because it's wet, blah, blah, blah. So BDB tells me, oh, TT, I can't do that. I just got my hair done. Woo, baby. I said, what? Yeah, TT, I can't get out there. I just got my hair done. When I tell y'all, nothing but fire lit up in my eyes. Now, this is my niece, one of my favorite nieces. Man, I went off. Long story short, she did not get out. I was out there drenched, wet. I didn't want my mom out. My mom is an elderly. Why would my mom be out there, right? So my mom got out the vehicle. I felt bad because we have a younger person, and because she has attached this weave to her hair, felt like she was too good to get out the freaking car to even hold the umbrella for me. I don't even think I ever forgave her for that day. Maybe that's why I still talk about it because I have not let it go. I don't know. But She says, anywho, right? So she was like, well, I mean, I can, but I can't mess this up, man. You know how much money I paid for this and blah, blah, blah. So when my mom got out to kind of hold the umbrella for me, I'm like really impaired from my vision. Like it was that hard to see. My hands are wet. It's slipping on the jack on the four-way, and I'm trying to break the nut. I'm trying to, and it just got hard. So a truck finally had come by after 30 minutes, you guys, like or so, and it was a white man. So he stopped. He said, "You guys are okay." And so my mom goes, "No, we have a flat tire and we're trying to get this done." And, so he pulled over. And when I tell y'all, I was a little bit nervous, 'cause like, oh my God, because now we're thinking three black women out here, and I got a white man that's pulling over in a freaking pickup truck. Oh Lord, we about to die. But of course, now you have to turn face. You have to turn to face. God, please let this be the right man. Please let this not be somebody that's about to rob us, kill us, rape us. Please let this be so. Unfortunately, it was a good person. He's like, I got y'all. Y'all get on back in the car. I'm going to get this changed for you guys, get you back on the road. 20 minutes. He did it. Got everything changed for us, got us back on the road. So now I get back out the car and I hand him $100. He would not take the money. So he goes, nope, absolutely not. You know what he said? Pass it on. That's what he told us. It's like, pass that on. There's somebody else in need of it. I'm good. And, he didn't go into all of his financial things, but he was like, I'm good. This just made me feel good about, getting you guys back on the road. I don't need your money. My mom insisted, right? She was like, no, you take the money. We would feel better. And you pass it on. So he liked that better too. Said, I would certainly do so. So he had taken the money and we were back on the road. Long story short is that I don't think I'll ever forget that story in my life, but that's true story. But over here, when you're looking at Puffy, as you can see how he's looking at her, and she's just pulling on the hair and pulling on the hair and pulling on the hair. I think that my point that I'm trying to make is that other people has made us. Other people have created your chosen second, third, fourth identity. You know, when people came out, or this person, I will not say the name, and start saying, one pap, and it kind of was snatchy. So everybody else starts saying it. However, there was no way that because a person made that a character of me, my character, was not going to change. I am going to be exactly who I was born into. I know we have these stage names and things like that, but if I look at this and she's telling you that, well, which one did you like the best? Did you like Young Miami the best, or do you like Carisha? He's not going to even know, had he chosen to marry her, what person he was going to be with 7 days a week. He didn't know who he was going to get on Monday. He didn't know who he was going to be on Tuesday. I'm sorry, who wants to deal with someone of this caliber like this? I don't know. But shout out to you, Carla, for knowing how to change that damn tire, baby. Because my dad would not let us, we were not allowed to do anything to a vehicle until he's done all of his teachings of the minor things that we should know about providing for ourselves with the vehicle. Good morning, Rated R. So, but let's finish listening.
Ever?
Have you ever seen me get put to sleep?
Different story for a different time.
Now, another red flag, something that I just don't like with women. If you are with that man, at some point you gotta let go of asking the man about what he's done with the other woman. You gotta let that shit go, man. You gotta let it go. Because all it's gonna do is put you in your feelings on, wow, well, I gotta step up my game. Well, I'm gonna have to, you're gonna have to change up some things. No, you shouldn't. Because if you don't put yourself in this lane of steady wanting to know about a person past, if you are with him, your game is already leveled up. You're be who you be. And then if he doesn't like you for who you are at that point that you are with him, I have to say that that's a red flag and you probably need to dump that nigga. But if you got to keep digging back in the crate about who you was with, well, how she did it, and you liked it when this or that over, you got to let it go. Relationship is not going to flourish, and I'm just putting that on the record. Some bullshit. Let some shit go.
So you ready to get in the smoke?
Let's
Yeah,
get in the
let's get this
smoke.
cool.
What's up? You ready?
This
Yeah.
hair,
Yeah.
y'all.
So,
This
Walker,
hair made
if
it
we-
hard for me.
Like, what's up? How you feel about it? What it was about?
I mean, it was messy. You know what I'm saying? It was messy, and I just, you know, it's one of those days, and so had to polish things up, had to press the reset button,
Mm-hmm.
boom, and keep it moving. So I'm not trying to get messy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to just live my life and have a good time and stay out the way, but do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Oh, okay, so you acting bad.
Acting all the way bad.
So what the fuck you got going on?
Mm.
So, like, what's your
Now
relationship
this
status?
is the control. This is the control. Look,
Mr.
any
Epstein.
smoking? Let me pause that. Now on the show with Wendy Williams, he told Wendy Williams' audience, "Don't put that stuff in me. That's how come I look so good and my skin is so clear and my soul is pure." That's what he said on Wendy Williams. I saw it. But now on here, because I saw this after the Wendy Williams, right? And I was like, but what the hell is that? What the hell is that you're lighting up? Somebody did some lying. What I'm saying is you can't trust what these people say and put right out in front of you. Cause I was like, oh, what's this video? I watched Wendy Williams. Okay, well, cool. I guess, he's not doing all that. But at the same time, there is some particular type of controlled substance that he's putting in his system. Not only the smoky kind, the liquid kind. You understand what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, but by the way, for the record again, I've only had, what is it, Jose Swan tequila. and his tequila can get very expensive too. But anyway.
I'm single, you know? I'm single, but I'm dating. I'm just taking my time with life.
All right.
Now,
So what we at?
that statement right there should have been substantiated long before or right at their preemie stage of dating, before they started dating. That question right there should have been on the table. Are you single? So what's the, he says, I'm single, but I'm dating. Now, somewhere with Young Miami, she liked the part that he said that he was single. So that opened up the gates to, okay. But then he also says that I'm dating. He didn't say I'm dating only you. He says I'm dating. Now, to me and probably some of you ladies in the chat, it'll make you second guess. Wait, especially if your agenda is to be with this man. He says, I'm dating, meaning that he dating you, her, them, over there, yeah, we, everybody. But this comes to where you decide if you're going to be a woman or a mice. You know, how bad do you want in? She decided that she want in. To me, she didn't care whether if he had multiple dates. And you know why? Because she's going to tell you, yep, me too. Then we sit out here as the world turns and become mind boggled about where did all of these venereal freaking diseases come from. Then they'll run to the doctor's office. I don't know. I can't remember. And then all this damn sleeping around shit. Let's go.
Yes.
We date, we dating, we go have dates with friends. We go to exotic locations. We have great times.
Mm.
We go to strip clubs, church.
Strip clubs and
Church.
church. Let's
Church.
talk about that. Strip clubs and church. How many of y'all go to strip clubs and then go to church? Because remember, y'all people says that God died for your sin. First of all, is it established that strip clubs is sinful? I don't know. Is it just a line of entertainment? I don't know. Because then you'll have to dig deeper into the actions that are being done inside of the strip club. Goes deep. We're going to always be into these diabolical entanglements of discussions. It is what it is. But let's see what he said.
I'm gonna take you to church.
I love
Church
that.
and strip
Yes.
clubs.
So, like, what you like about me? Because people be like, she ain't his type. He wouldn't talk to her. So, what is it about me that you like about me?
Let's
Well,
read the hold
Is that why
on.
you fuck-
Let's read the question. Let's read that. It says, what does Diddy like about Young Miami? She's a city girl. She's a it's coming on my screen. She's a something bad. She can twerk. She's what does that say?
fucking with a city girl?
I mean, because you're authentic, you
Authentic.
know?
There's a discussion, Carla. What the heck is all into being authentic of a woman? We know education, we know financial, you know, having your own money, you standing on your own. Well, she said she could twerk, honey. That's what she said. But he didn't pick that one. He says that because she's authentic. Authentic meaning keeping it real. In what aspect? The conversations that comes up conveying with each other when you're trying to establish a relationship be the craziest shit ever. I know there's no book to it. There's no book to it. Ain't no do this on number one, do this, number two, do this. You just kind of let it flow. But you see what happened when shit flows? I don't even understand how what you like about, you know, I guess I can get that question. Well, what is it that you like about me? But then the answers that they give him to select from is hideous to me. If if we're talking about him choosing B, I think that she would be chosen for She Can Twerk to be entertainment at maybe the freak offs. You know, maybe, you know, hey, I need you to go down there and work, you know, this Miami, you know, Seuss Club, do a couple of massages and stuff. Maybe that way. She's a city girl. I, there's only two differences. City girl, country girl. City girl, suburban girl. City girl, what's the difference? Because you're going to have some suburban girls that act city. You got some city girls that act suburban. I don't even know why that question is on there. That answer, I'm sorry. I just don't get it. Or whether if you like her bad girl style. Oh, the bad girl style aligns with the twerking, taking your clothes off, sitting on screen, got your boobies out. You probably got, your clit print showing, and that part about, the bad, girl part. I, you been to, I ain't not, I think okay, I ain't gonna lie, I've been to two. I've been to two, but once I think I was 21. I ain't been to one since. You been to church too? You go, you go. Like, hey, Carla, what would Jesus do? So, because you know what you're saying, it's okay to be a little bad. I think it's a bad thing to do because now you have to go to church after you go to the strip club on Saturday, you wake up to attend church on Sunday. And I don't know about you, Carla, but every time I would go do something and then my mom wake us up, let's go to church. Do you ever feel like that the pastor, I guess it's called premonition, right? Is speaking on the shit that you did the night before? I'd be like, what the hell? Have you ever had that happen to you before? Now, I know good damn well the pastor wasn't where I was at the night before. Why is your subject about strip clubs what the hell? What the hell, Carla? I'm telling you, it has happened to me. I'll be looking at my sisters, but this man was at the club last night. Then how is it that he has picked the topic today to talk about a goddamn strip club? Make this shit make sense and how sinful it is and the what. I promise you, every time that I went, if I did something on Saturday, this is just how I felt. Or maybe, Carl, I guess you can explain that a little bit better. The conscience. Maybe he wasn't really speaking about it. He just brought it up, but I'm guilty as hell. Come on, Carla, amen. Because I think that you might have showed the expression of you being guilty as hell. If that might have been the topic, I just said, like, damn. Okay, I'm good. Or you guilty by applying his sermon because he brought it up just a little bit, right? But that's where your guilt start pouring out, even though his entire sermon isn't about the strip club and how you go and the money you spent there, and now you don't have your 10% from the church and stuff like that, right? But he done preached on it for like 10 minutes and you looking at yourself like, it happened to me. It happened to me. You say you be at the bathroom. I be look at you. I'm like, man, let me go to the bathroom. Now, the sermon should be interesting, right? But I done lost all interest in trying to hear what this pastor said because you talking about me. When I know, and probably in fact that you probably done dipped out on your freaking wife. You know what I'm saying? Or you done looked under Sister Jones' skirt because it's thigh high up and she's sitting on the front row. You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy. This stuff is life is crazy. You gave them your you gave them the time. Did that make you feel better? Like, oh, okay, I'm off the hook and pay my darn 10% to get up out of here. Because, baby, I have left to go down to the candy store to do. I found all reasons to be like, wait a minute, I'm going to be back because ain't nowhere in the world this pastor is up here elaborating on what the hell I just did from a Saturday night when I know he wasn't there. So you can't tell me that that spiritual connection is that freaking deep that man then tapped into John or Proverbs or Isaiah to be talking about me. I'd be like, oh hell no. Kind of what made me a little bit, a little scary of the Bible, because it speaks on things that we have done or going to do way before we knew we were going to do it. It's crazy. Let me
You're
see.
like one of the realest people I ever met, you know what I'm saying? And authentically, you're from,
The
and
Lord
you're a
was
great
there.
mother and, a great friend. You just have a good time,
That's
You have
it.
a
I'm
good
fun.
time. Yeah, you the funnest. You put it,
See-
Young Miami.
That made her feel good. He says, we just have a good time. Not once, there's not a trace of thinking in his mind that, marriage is on the table. However, do y'all feel like if he would have proposed that to her, that she would have probably said, yes, I'll marry you? What a feeling do y'all get out of her and him from what we've been watching in this little time here?
But then also then you Carisha and then
See?
you know,
Let's hear him talk about this
So
double
Carisha
person.
is.
Carisha, I get advice from Carisha. You know what I'm saying? Carisha tell me like, yo, don't be in your head, and you're just a good friend. Everybody that's a friend of yours will tell you like that you're a great friend.
Do you consider yourself toxic? Because you got yourself love. So do you consider yourself toxic? Like, would you say you toxic?
Yeah, I would say that it gets toxic. I'm not trying to be toxic. So,
But are you toxic?
mm, yeah, yeah. I think like at times, but I'm not.
What's toxic? And what would be the toxicity of level that you see him as? Which one? Is he toxic because he dates around? Is it toxic because he or has, provided a way for lot of artists? Is it toxic because thing things that the artists are saying that they should have gotten back, they never gotten back? Is it toxic because of the allegations that led out here that had to do with Biggie Smalls? What actually made him toxic? My thoughts, my opinion about it is just since they're on the conversation about relationships, what made him toxic in relationships is, yes, probably, too many different women, spreading himself that way. I don't know too much about him being with men. I just see a lot of women right now coming forth. We all know that with R. Kelly, a few men came openly later on down in his case. So maybe later on, there's going to be a few men probably coming out being vocal about their relationship. So far, all I've been hearing is a lot of content creators are talking about the times that a lot of the celebrities now who is well up in age be around him when they were in a younger age. I hear that, but when are they going to actually come out and start speaking it about how they were lured in a room or, baby oiled down and things like that? If there's one out there, I probably just have not seen it, but anywho, let's go.
I'm not trying to like give that.
So, like, what was our first date? And can you talk about how we met?
Wow. What? Our first date. I was supposed to take you surfing.
Here we go. Want y'all to hear this part.
I remember that. It was after the BET Awards.
Yeah.
And I ain't come.
Nah.
I was like, I can't go surfing with my wig.
I can't go surfing
I
with
was
my wig.
messing my wig and it was flying. Yeah, nah.
And this is the type of woman that men would choose over some just simple laid out ass women like us. They would choose this care. Too good, can't get the hair wet. Kind of like my niece. She was too good. She couldn't get that hair wet. Meaning that you will miss out on a lot. You're just too fucking good. And I can't understand how and when did cosmetic make us too damn good to do anything. It's an enabler. It's an impairment. It's like a fucking drug. I don't get it. I have no problem changing a tire after a freshly done manicure. I have no problem. I'm not going to sit there and be stranded. I'll make my next appointment and go back and get it done. You know how much I spent on this? If you spent it on it one time, you can do it again. If it meant that much to you. But right now, this situation has occurred. So it is exponential service that needs to be taken care of. Do this goddamn flat tire. We'll get back to that shit. We can, where we going, they got nail shops. We get this shit done again. But people don't think like them. She said she couldn't serve because of her hair.
I was like, no,
And then we went to Love Island.
Love Island was lit.
Yeah,
That's my favorite island. I want to go back.
yeah.
You can take me back.
I'll take you back.
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
Love that. Are you a cheater?
I used to be a cheater. I'm not a cheater no more.
Used to be.
I'm a truth teller now.
You're an honest man.
Honest. I'm gonna give it to you honest. I ain't trying to be lying, ducking, hiding, hurting nobody's feelings. None of that.
I feel like you single, but we go together. So how would you feel about me telling people that I'm single because we go together? I'm not laughing.
Do y'all get that controlling vibe out of her? Do y'all get that? Because I kind of get that. I kind of get that if they would have stayed together, this would have been a very unbalanced, probably toxic, because she asked him, if he was toxic. But I think that with her storyline, that there may be some toxicity amongst her. And you know what happened if you mix it from both sides, man. Goddamn combustion gonna go off, So maybe they were better off, just keeping it as cordial dating. You come through, I'm gonna give you some of my bad side. I come through, I'm gonna give you some of, my bad side. But there's really like nothing there. You think they ain't together now because he gone. They ain't they together by what spirit, but we'll see. I like to see what part of her would be, or her defense for Puffy. I like to see that. And that's only because I came across this here and I was like, oh, okay. You think that she'll be the one that's gonna be there for him for the next 50 years? She ain't going nowhere because she's young. So you think that she gonna be what's that Nesto guy name? Sonia? You think she'll be a Sonia? Oh, they got to lay low. Oh, okay. Oh, we shall see. I don't know. What I do hear him saying is that, you know, he's not a liar anymore. He's not a cheater. He's walking the right way. So if he holds those words and he has truth to um, what he believed will go against the prosecution along with his attorney, then maybe he will walk back up out of there. But right now, he's no longer in Givenchy suits or clothing. I can tell you that. You said sound like sound like an Epstein Island. Let's watch about a little bit more. I'm gonna get off.
It ain't no hold on.
We go together now?
Real bad.
Whatever you say.
I like that.
What's the difference between Young Miami and Carisha?
That's what I want to hear. Then we'll get off.
Okay.
Because people know Carisha, but they just replaced Carisha from Your Miami, but they don't know it's two different people.
It's
Okay.
two different
It's
people.
two different people.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Tell me about
Which
that.
one you feel like you know? You feel like
I
you
feel
know?
like I know Carisha and Young Miami. And I don't really know Young Miami as much as I know Carisha.
Okay.
But tell me the difference. I want to hear the difference from you.
Carisha is very always telling my kids, bunny on, ugly as fuck, big t-shirt. You call me my bunny on, I'm just like stressed the fuck out. My kids yelling, Coco Melon. I'm aggravated. Young Miami, I'm at the bed. I'm on the couch twerking. I'm taking shots. I'm out my.
Now, let's pause that for a second. Now, she realized that Cretia had some complicated issues going on. She wrote down a whole list of stuff. These are things that she doesn't like what's going on. But instead of dealing with list number one about Cretia, she decides to go into a figurative character named Young Miami. Now, let's just hypothetically say that she ends up in an indictment and on the stand. Do y'all realize if Young Miami, Cretia, a little Woody, and a little D, some of the boys from the Young Dolph trial or whatever are able to keep up creating these figurines characters of themselves, nobody in the world is going to understand how to examine or cross examine anybody on the stand. Where are the physicians? Where is the physicians at? And what I'm saying, in my humble opinion, that this is borderline of cuckoo-ness. Because now, in this hypothetically speaking alleged indictment, it's not real, okay? On the stand, she can play this character, that character, the shit is goofy. It's goofy. And I get it. It's no different than what we're seeing with a Trump versus Kamala. Trump has several different fucking characters in his head. Kamala, maybe one and a half. And that's minimizing the half. But I'm just saying, this right here would make me declare a person on the stand in need of some psychological help. Why haven't she dealt with who the heck Cretia is so that she can continue to be Cretia, which happens to be a very nice name? That name alone could have probably carried her forth into making the bag, taking care of your children, finding a great husband, prospering into a direction of a long-term successful career. But however, since we want to take shots at creating these different characters within ourselves, when the shit hits the fan, you're going to be lost at what character do you want to be and play. And it's goofy. It's really, really goofy. You say you think that they are the most compatible, but I think that he didn't want to fall in love like in the last because, oh, he gets too controlling when, oh, that's a fair statement, kind of. It's right now what I'm looking at is systematically is an all-time high of women doing the controlling. I'm sorry. It's just that's where I'm gonna stand with that one, Carl. I just feel like a lot of women wants to control the issue. So maybe it's vice versa. Maybe the man is doing it to make sure that they don't get into the lane of controlling a woman when if love happens to be the premises of their way of thinking to come as one. Maybe it's that way. Like, I can't do this. Maybe, he's sensing a element of control in her, you know? So it's like, well, wait a minute, because she did tell a story about her last guy and you know, and she realized that, wait, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough this. And she tells the story in this live. And when she left, but she realized, wait a minute, I can't go. She went back and started knocking on the door and hanging on the guy's car as he was trying to get away. So Puffy get to hear this story, you know, coming from her. So in the meet and greet or the re-examining of relationships, shouldn't a person be careful about what you're talking about or what you tell, especially if your mind is made up on achieving a relations with that particular person? Sometimes we give a little bit too much sugar and a little less salt, or we give too much salt and a little bit of less sugar. And I always feel like when you feel that you're in that entanglement on and you can't decide of which ingredient to give the more of to the person that you're interested in, then guess what? Say motherfucking less. Some guys love you the most for just being quiet. Just nod your head. Also, you like, I don't know all the seafood. You like, yeah. Don't start telling everything that you like about it or everything that you don't like about it. Just keep it simple. Yeah, I do. You know, do you like going out with me eating seafood? Maybe in that line of rebuttal, you know. But soon, well, yeah, but if it gets cooked too hard and I don't like to go over here to this place and oh, this restaurant over here just stink when we go. So some of that way of speaking can turn off, you know, the guy that asked you, well, you know, do you like seafood? Like, damn. Holy shit, I just only asked you if you liked it. I didn't mean if you'd go into all the details about it, but let me go. So let's listen to the two characters of young man. Let's listen.
Kids gone outside.
Listen.
I'm outside.
You're outside.
I'm acting bad. So that's
Yeah.
the difference between Young Miami and Crucial. Like Young Miami, I'm like real.
Now,
I won't say
did you catch that part though? I'm gonna rewind it for you. The young Miami part. Do you think that that was attractive to hear from Puffy when she said that part, right? I'm gonna rewind it for you, a little attention here, right? A couple of seconds back, right? Now, before I let you hear this, keep in mind,
yelling Coco Melon.
hold on, keep in mind that in Puffy's interview, maybe she hadn't been listening to him. He talks about how much he adores the kids. He went off and adopted, well, he got six or seven. I don't know. Some adopted, some born into the life, all that stuff, right? But see, maybe she missed that part about him. But yet then she comes on and she tells you about how stressed the fuck she is out and the kids is outside what? What? Now, most men would want to hear how much time you are spending with your kids. You adore them. How long do you do the homework with them? Have you taken them to the park or you went to the zoo or the aquarium and things like that? But young Miami, because he's now learning two different people, she might want to held this out. She might want to held that out, especially when she threw the line in about the children, because he speaks differently about children. So if you're interested in a man that is speaking highly about the adorness of being with children, and you come behind him and you're sounding excited about getting rid of the kids so that you can twerk. Carla, she ain't have a chance. You heard? She ain't have a chance. Now she had a chance on the casual dating and fitting into the freak, what you call that stuff, freak offs over there, because to me and Puffy, the way that I'm listening to how he's rebuttaling, this can sure well been a great damn interview on you know who's fitting in over at that damn freak offs. Now her resume for young Miami fits perfectly for that. The resume for Carisha fits perfectly for someone who just wants a down to earth young lady. And he did say, well, I like, just kind of down to earth or whatever. However, I still run a business. However, I'm still not settling down. I'm not getting married. So you fit perfectly over here in this world too. But her idea of becoming wifey or the long-term dating girl or whatever, she threw out two fish she threw out two hooks on a fish line. Maybe he might like this person, so I need to introduce this person. Maybe he might like that one. I'm gonna see if whichever one he'll like one of them. But him liking the two characters are for two different reasons. I'm gonna put you over here. We got the strip pole. We got this. Yep. I'm gonna treat you. I'm gonna buy you this. I'm gonna sit, and then that way it'll be easy for you to come on in and not tell me no on some things or this or that. And then over here, I'm gonna come over. We gonna click. We watch cartoons and Netflix with the kids. Put the barbecue grill out. But he ain't trying to tie down with this one. That's just my opinion.
I'm aggravated. Young Miami.
Listen to it. Wait, bag it up.
And Young Miami.
Okay.
Now I don't really know Young Miami as much as I know Carisha.
Okay.
But tell me the difference. I want to hear the difference from you.
Carisha is very always home my kids, bunny on, ugly as fuck, big t-shirt. You call me my bunny on, I'm just like stressed the fuck out. My kids yelling Coco Melon. I'm aggravated.
Aggravated.
Young Miami.
The kids
I'm
aggravated.
I'm on the couch
You want to be bad?
I'm taking shots. I'm out. My kids gone outside. I'm outside.
She want the free life.
I'm acting bad.
She wanted this life. I think she'll enjoy this life better.
I'm like real. I won't say worried, but I'm like old lady in the house, kids watching Lifetime, trying to figure out, Lifetime, Dateline,
Dateline.
How we get away with that? So that's the difference between your Miami and Carisha. So we're gonna pay this to that.
Okay.
Let's hear a little bit of
Missionary
this.
or doggy style.
Listen.
Missionary. I like to look in the eyes. I like eye contact. I'm very passionate.
Panties a thong.
Thong.
Chinese food or American? You couldn't think. You gotta just say it.
American.
Okay.
I know you like Chinese food, so I was just like,
I like Chinese food. I like collard greens, macaroni and cheese, picture peas and rice.
You don't like Chinese food?
Chicken lo mein. I think that's what it's called. Shrimp fried rice, egg rolls. Not a fan of it.
Yeah. Okay.
What's
your favorite food?
I feel like I want to be classy.
I don't know. I disagree.
Like sushi?
I disagree with you. Like I say, Carl, I disagree. I've watched, after this, I just kind of kept it rolling. I wanted to see who this person is. I think had she had the attention 100%, the way that she wanted it, I kind of feel like that she'd have stuck around and been that person also in the amount of years that Casey stuck around. I do. I just feel, I don't know what I just feel like it. We're talking, and we must never forget, billions. We're talking a billionaire. And we're talking about some things, that one prominent thing that can weaken the mind, of a female, of the opposite. It happens. And yeah, she talks about her leaving and separating or whatever from the past or past relationships, but then again, maybe it's a 50-50 because she does talk about what she won't tolerate and how she will react she puts that on the table too. You know, if certain things happen to, you know, come into play that shouldn't be into play. So I guess maybe it's 50-50 with me agreeing to disagree with you on that. That's maybe so. Maybe so. But yeah, so that's what happened on that show. And after I watched that, you know, I was like, oh God, you know, I don't know, but this was pretty cool to watch, you know, tied up a little bit of my time on it. I guess this is what Under the Revolt, so I have to put a shout out um, to this channel of Carisha and Puffy interview together again, provided under the Fair Act Use 107. That video was used for reaction, rebuttal only, and we appreciate it over here on the One Papoose Show. So, clicked on YouTube sometime through the middle of the week, and I happened to see Infamous Sylvia expressing to her chat about, oh my God, I'm being subpoenaed. And I was like, what again? At some point, you really, 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 you know, I mean, I guess you don't get that tired of it, especially if this is what you found to be of a career for you. I guess you don't get tired of it. You know, this is what I do. This is what I have to deal with. This is what I signed up for. Let me just go through this roller coaster ride. Maybe that's, you know, pretty much where Infamous Sylvia is at with that. Now, I know that a lot of you guys are not going to respond when you're speaking on certain people out here in the YouTube world. And I'm perfectly, God dang it, okay with that. You must know that I ain't scared of no rebuttals or propaganda build on me or none of that. But what I do know is when you become part of the news get talked about. So it is what it is. First of all, I kind of want to go into seeing what exactly was a subpoena and why does it happen. Okay. Most of us who has been watching a lot of stuff has our own speculated opinion on why it has happened. You have seen Infamous Sylvia around the YouTube engaged in court proceedings. Not only other people, also her own. Okay. She has been given the opportunity to have a Rule 22, which allows her to go inside of a courtroom to do some filming to share back to the public. There's a lot of people on her ass. There's a lot of people that is for her ass. They just with her. They down with her. And I guess it's good to capitalize on building you a team because it does help with moral and financial support. Hello, mama. How are you, babe? Right? So it does all of that. You know, it brings all the support in, especially when you find yourself in need of them. I'm gonna blow this up a little bit. Let's just understand what subpoena is, first of all. It's a piece of paper issued to the people, the person, that, hey, we got some questions for you. We need some answers to some things some people, some places that we notice that you may have been or said, done, that we just want probably some clarity to. We have a case going on. Several cases has went on, and we noticed that you have been very outspoken. You have shown some things. We know that you have been around certain people. What do you know? How did you get it? Those type of questions can probably come up depending on the subpoena that she is being summoned in on. Is it the YSL? Or is it the Nesto, whoever that guy is? Like I said, I don't know that guy. I never got into that shit. So, situation. So, there are several other Rule 22 carrying people who is allowed to confirm these court proceedings. I think a lot of it is like, why only Sylvia? Why is it only Sylvia? Why is it only Sylvia? How come what Sylvia does is different from the behavior of what the other social media outputs are doing? You don't hear nothing about these other people. What's going on? You don't hear nothing about what is that, 11 something. You don't hear about Fox this. You don't hear about all these people. All these people are feminists. All these people have been allowed to come into these courtrooms and do filming, bring it back out here to the public for opinions, I guess, discussions about the case and so on and so forth. But why is it always Sylvia? One's got to ask, why is it always Sylvia? What is it that she's doing that is just not sitting well within the people? That was a question. But we know that a subpoena is a writ ordering a person to attend a court. Now, I was sent the link. Let me go and see, what's the chaos about. Sylvia's on her live, and there's nothing for them to get, and I don't know why they want to look into my Google, and I haven't done anything, and I've done this. We've seen how this played out with the people that has taken the stand with on the R. Kelly case. We've seen them now, how it's playing out or has played out with people being subpoenaed in this YSL case. A lot of people come through. A lot of people come through. Now, if she received a subpoena, the number one fact that we do or we should have learned behind the subpoena is she will be attending somewhere to answer some questions. What are those questions pertaining to? What will they be pertaining to? Sylvia knows. She has the letter. She has the letter. Last time I think she got a letter, it was from someone around the YouTube streets who didn't agree to a lot of things that she was saying and doing. And then she actually had her name drawn in the pull-up podium list. And the judge was asking her so and 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 so. We saw all that came out. Well, this here shit is crazy. This is crazy. So the difference between a subpoena, it says here, they have is summoned. Someone can be summoned with a subpoena. But on this situation, I believe that Sylvia said that no, I could be wrong. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether if it was a writ order or was it a summon with the subpoena, meaning well, yeah, what was she summoned? I don't know. I don't know. Because if she was a writ order, then yeah, she would probably have now received a court date to attend to answer some questions. So I don't know. But let's go down further. Can a subpoena be ignored? Well, let's see. A subpoena may be served on an individual either through personal delivery, email, certified mail, or even by reading it out loud. It is also called a writ or administrative summons. A subpoena cannot be ignored as it is a court order and a failure to respond to it may be punishable as contempt of court. So when I see this bold letter here, this bold word says cannot be ignored. Like I say, some of y'all ain't gonna like what I say. Some of y'all may be okay with it. At the end of the day, I just want y'all to perfectly know that I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But I'm gonna say it anyway. When you see that, when I saw that, cannot be ignored. And then the person that knows that they have received a subpoena, right? What the reactions of it? Let me go tell my family. Let me go tell my family. This is the family that Jack built this big house, right? And when you build your big house and you have your supporters and things going on, these are the people that are now going to be subjected to feelings, moralities. This is where we get into this at, right? I need y'all. I need y'all. I need y'all because I don't know what's going to come out of this. So being prepared over not being prepared is better than, not being prepared. Well, let me be prepared for this. So I have over 2,000 people in this chat. What's going to come in the making of this is possibly, another attorney. And in order to afford attorneys this freaking much, you got to keep a team in play. Unless you are sitting out there with that P. Diddy money and can continue to keep yourself entangled, knowing that there are these possibilities. Some are good, some are bad. This one is a bad one because nobody likes nobody knocking on their door, interrupting their life on the premises that, hey, I'm just only speaking about a case. But going to this level of elevating yourself to speak about a case, now is the questioning of, is it good? Is it bad? Do I stop here? Do I just kind of stay neutral here? Do I do this? Because there's another step to elevating other people. And people are not going to like you. People going to start saying a whole bunch of things. And all they have to do is build on the propaganda. Once it is so many people talking about it and it starts to lay into the ears of the denounced people who don't have no problem locking people up because they make money to recycle the money, then they're going to start coming, make your life just miserable, just hell. So when I saw that, I cannot be ignored. That was the first thing I said. Sylvia's got to get more money. Sylvia's got to, probably get her, look, representation as she's being questioned to make sure that these questions are questions that she should be answering without representation. Money, money, money. She's got to keep a family. She's got to keep that family. If Sylvia family boat starts to sink and she would have to endure this all out of pocket every time something comes up, there might not be no more Sylvia, because then you have to ask yourself, well, how much of your own personal money would you be willing to risk as opposed to building your lifeline of a career? Just something to think about. But yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, and then a failure to respond to it may be punishable as contempt of court. I don't think that they would have a problem with Sylvia showing up. She seems to like that, you know. I would have a problem, especially it depends on what time of day is, especially who all of these people that I'm about to be in front of to share my life of my open book. Who want to do that? Sylvia doesn't mind. She always says that she's an open book. She does not have anything to hide behind anything. So if the time comes and she has to show up and share everything that then went on, on her channel, dealing with this YSL case, if it's that one, or even if it's the Nesto case. Like, some of it can be humiliating. Some of it can be embarrassing because, one, you start saying things that just don't make sense. Uh, I do remember one of the questions vaguely, that the judge, what's her name, Whittaker, um, asked Sylvia the last time she was down there and had all of the bright lights and cameras on her, a question, and the answer that she answered to it had absolutely nothing to do with the question that the lady asked, but she kind of, let it fly. Well, like, okay, whatever. Yeah, don't do this. So I don't know. And I also think that Sylvia may feels that because there's a question on the table that you're obligated to answer every last one of them to the extreme of defending yourself. Sometimes just answering with 2 words or so. That way you can leave the door open for a defense to have a great defense for you if it comes to that time. But to be asked, well, on such and such a day, we said that the colors for the courtroom would be purple, but I noticed that you wore a mixture of white with your purple. The correct way of answering that would be, Your Honor, I completely forgot. I understand. I apologize. I'll go and take the white blouse off from up underneath here, but I did honor you with wearing the purple. I just thought and leave it at that. I'll fix it. This will be changed. Not no, excuses about, well, it made the purple pop and this is the only blouse that I had. No, no, just say you're sorry. I will remove the white shirt as soon as I'm done here and return back to court. That's simple as that. But trying to give the reason, it's almost like sugarcoating and kissing ass and shit. Okay, what are the different types of the subpoenas? There are 3 types of subpoenas. A witness subpoena. It is a court order, I'm sorry, that requires someone to appear in court on a certain date and testify as a witness. I don't recall Sylvia telling what type of subpoena it was. So she left that discussion open where it escalated a whole lot of propaganda on the channel behind her being subpoenaed. Had she says it's a witness subpoena, it'll probably minimize the back and forth and who's doing what to you and how they doing it and this or that, because you would have known the actual context of the subpoena. But she didn't. She just was saying that she was subpoenaed. I've been subpoenaed. Subpoenaed what? Was it a witness subpoena, which is a court order that requires someone to appear in court on a certain day and testifies as a witness? The purpose of the witness subpoena is to ensure that relevant testimony is provided under oath, aiding in the fact-finding process. This sounds like what it was, though, Sylvia. Because, you know, they might still be looking for the truth of the matter of whether if, little Woody was kind of crazy, disingenuous to the courts. Maybe they feel like that you can have the answer to that. Maybe they think so. You think, yeah, she did say it's her Google accounts. I heard her say that. But for what reason would want to go into the Google accounts? Because, well, yeah, I guess they can do a private, which it probably will be private investigate, right? They go through it, they find nothing, then it's nothing. They go through it, they find something where they can push probable cause of her being specific acquaintance or witness and knowing something or hearing something, then maybe there's another step to processing the subpoena for her to come in to provide her answers to their developing questions regarding what's in her Google account under oath. We got to put her under oath. Yeah, put on a note. So maybe so. Maybe so. What is a friendly subpoena? And then now I'm gonna look up what happens when someone Googles subpoena for my Google account. A friendly subpoena that is issued to an individual or entity who might otherwise testify or submit evidence willingly without a subpoena. That's a friendly one. I don't think it's too many of those going on around here, but it's prevented from doing so due to a higher order legal, ethical, or regulatory loyalty or fiduciary responsibility, which can only be superseded by a subpoena, a friendly subpoena. That's kind of funny. A subpoena is okay, so we know that. However, there's hundreds and hundreds of people that is waiting to see what's going to happen behind her issuing of the subpoena. So yeah. Well, that's another story to get into. And once I'm done with all my work today, I'll probably just kind of look into that because I do follow the Fannie and Wade situation. And here is they saying Nathan Wade is served a subpoena in the congressional. Let's click on this for a second. Let's go to that for a second. I'm coming back to Sylvia though, because I'm gonna look up what the heck do they look for in Google accounts under a subpoena. Nathan Wade is served a subpoena in congressional Fannie Willis probe after evading service for nearly a week. He was evading it. They be killing me. They be killing me. I heard one channel says that he was evading. He can't be found. And I was like, what? That's not true. Because, and I'm not trying to tell Fanny business like that, but like I said, Fanny's daughter was pulled over by several cops. And when Fanny got called out so that they can, I guess help with the vehicle rescue, taking them where they need to go, Wade was there. Yeah, he came out there with he came out there with her. Uh, he definitely ain't hide, and I don't think that they're definitely indefinitely broken up and not never seeing each other no more because the highlights of the people wants to say that, oh, she had a relationship, and Nathan Wade was giving special privileges of being honored, to be on a case and make a substantial amount of money while doing so, right? But at the same time, like I say, the judge, I forgot his name, that was on that hearing, and gave them an option. I I gotta be honest, I thought that that was kind of the end of it with Ashley Merchant. She went in there to get some satisfaction from the judge to make sure that whatever procedure and effects that they're doing with each other. Up under the case that came forth against Donald Trump was to end because Ashley Merchant felt that there's some shaky shit going on and blah blah blah. But the judge says, fine, I'll fix it. What I will do is I'll take one or the other off of the case to prosecute. And there's, I think, another case of a prosecutorial situation that is involved in. In other words, they can't work together. Uh, um, Wade came and said, "Fine, I'll come off. We'll separate this and blah blah blah." Well, I'm thinking that that was satisfactory to Ashley Merchant. However, it ended up being non-satisfactory to her because she still wants to know where the money is, how much they spent over there, and how unethical it was for Fannie to have paid Wade this amount of money, and he's doing it. The shit is crazy. It did not satisfy her. So now Fannie Willis had, not Fannie Willis, Ashley Merchant. She has these motions that were put in for her to receive all of the tracings of when a person was hired, when they wasn't hired, and then so they brought in the Fannie Willis. The district attorney brought in again the one guy, and he started talking about how he intermittently addressed some of the motions that required the subpoenas that required for him to issue Ashley Merchant a different type of materials pertaining to the questions that she was asking. I watched that whole live. That shit was lit. It was pretty good. Even though, he didn't like Ashley. Ashley tried to show no emotions behind her not liking him, but they were playing double dutch. This is not my area. This my area. This wasn't addressed to me. This should have been sent over here. I can't go back this far to get this and get that. And then the judge in that case come behind to say that, listen here, I'm never, this is going to be a while for me to make my ruling on because this side over here is doing this way and this side over here is doing that away, when they kind of making me want to say a subpoena is a subpoena, whether you're working in the office or you're over this head and under this table over here. Why didn't these people just serve up the information that Ashley Merchant was researching for, right? However, the judge, to me, was torn into making her decision because she also was saying that indirectly, but directly, that, well, if you didn't have this information, directed specifically to this person, was that person liable to give you the information that you're asking? It's a bunch of goddamn haystack, throw some gas on it, flame it up, ass shit on the hay. I'm sorry. So Ashley Merchant, she ends up coming back, with all of these motions and everything because she feels real good about herself when she had her interview behind, I don't know what that board is. I forget the name. It's that Congress board or the Congress board and stuff where the big guys up there talking and Ashley Murray, she can't be quiet because she talking like this. And this is what I'm saying. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, I know what you say. And oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Blah, blah, blah. She does a lot of interrupting because, to me, in my opinion, she got to be seen and heard, baby, and can't do no wrong. Now, if I take my feelings out the game of this situation, because there's about 60% of my feelings that is in this, right? The woman had a relationship, okay, fine. Getting to the bottom of the misuse of the government money to pay him or how much they spend for this. Some of it has been brought out at the congressional board down there. They said that, Fannie ordered up, this amount of dollars, over 600 and something, whatever they provided her for this case. I think to start on Donald Trump, right? But for some reason, it's not satisfactory to Ashley Murchie. However, that's when I started, noticing, oh, Ashley Merchant is coming out here. She on the heels of these two individuals, right? But what would make you be on the heels of these two individuals? What would make you start up your narrative and your investigation on these? All because she's prosecuting Trump. Now, Ashley Merchant, of course, has to make it appear that no, it's not about the Trump at all. This is about how Fannie Willis is mismanaging and doing whatever she wants to do with government funds, and it's illegal. So now that she's substantiated her main narrative of coming after these two individuals, now I have to put some subunits underneath. I got to look for this. Okay, they spent 8,000 in Cancun. They over here in the Virgin. Okay, they did this on that. Oh, they flew first class. Oh, so to compound it, to so that it can sound so compelling to the people. It's crazy, right? To put all that damn shit in there. Anywho, because I like telling this story. I like talking about Fannie and Nathan Wade. Now, keep in mind that uh, um, um, I forgot his name. I got to go back and find it. But it's one of the white men that was caught up in the the situation that occurred over at the Capitol, allegedly, they say, under the direction of Trump, right? When they stormed the building, they stormed the White House, right? They stormed it right now, up in there. So one of those guys, I forgot his name, I got to go back and look, was Ashley Merchant client. Okay, old white man, kitchen that. I don't know if y'all look it up. In his interview, I think the written one, he did say that um, he was the one that told Ashley Merchant about this relationship. He was the one that did it. Now, follow me. This is Ashley Merchant's client looking for his freedom of a non-conviction from the district attorney's office of Fannie Willis. It was what, 18, 17, 18, and 19? I don't know the exact number of those people that got arrested, right? Remember that? So now this white man, who is one of Ashley Merchant's clients, has now found a game on tactic. Game on tactic. Let's keep in mind, if she can remove or get Fannie Willis in the indictment that she wants to run to start her elimination process, then who's there? Who will be there to fight and continue to prosecute Ashley Merchant's client. I'm just saying. And these are just all my opinions to this whole debacle shit that's going on in front of the public eyes out here and your ears of what you're hearing. If you got, sometimes you know, you really have to follow the people or go back to the beginning of things. Fannie Willis did not start her investigation, her attack, her interest on Fannie and Wade until her client spoke out about a possible alleged relationship. When Ashley Merchant become knowing to that factor or non-factor, right? I'm gonna say it's not, I'm gonna say it's a fact. Then a light bulb goes on in Ashley Merchant's head. Oh, because in fact, her client was on video storming into the house. So, not that she had a great defense for him at that time. We're going to put that on the back burner. But now I can have such a greater, not only defense, but an outcast of publicity for me. Do you know how much I can grow with this? Do you know how big of an attorney I can become off of you and Fannie Willis? This is just my opinion. I'm just saying, just my opinion, y'all, right? It can happen. But now Fannie Willis is being subpoenaed. So I don't remember, like I said, I have to go back and look and Google about this freaking story of Ashley Merchant's merchant client, who stormed the was it the White House, the Capitol, stormed the Capitol. I saw his picture. They put his picture up. He's in the videos. He's there. Moments later, Ashley Merchant is on the hunt for Fannie Willis after learning that prudent information. So now she's dug and she's dug and she's dug behind that situation. She's dug. Now this is all about the unlawful alleged things that Fannie Willis have done with Nathan Wade, as well as digging so far down into their romantic side of them from being together in a workplace, workable establishment. How much was the money used for Nathan Wade? It's pretty much, this or that, the shit is crazy. Oh, I want to read this. So I got to say this here. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that. I thought that it was great manship for him to say, I would come off the case. But I know other people would say that, yeah, he only took the high road off the case, probably thinking the way that I was thinking, that, it would be over with. Now, there should be no interference, with trying with the indictment or people trying a case against Donald Trump. But however, it did not stop. It just kept going and it just kept growing. So, one thing that I don't, well, I guess you have to use your common sense in this, because if he's getting called in to sit in front of the commissioner, right, at the congressional table, does that mean that he will also receive the indictment to, I guess what I'm saying is going under oath, Carla, if you're still here, is going under oath, right? You're raising your hand to tell the truth. So if you are under oath, um, at the congressional table, anything that you say there should also pan out to being truthfully to any answers that you may be questioned in the actual court of law, right? Uh, it should, in other words, don't be over here in front of these at the congressional table saying one thing because you feel like that, well, those people can't put you in jail, right? They only just searching for the truth, and then now you get subpoenaed to appear in court or indicted to show up in court because of what you have said over in front of the congressman, that it better fit what you say here in the courtroom when you need a lawyer. See, in the courtroom, he needs a lawyer. But over at the congressional table, he doesn't need a lawyer. They're just asking him a bunch of heap of questions. I don't know. I think I would opt out, man. Listen here. Y'all got some of y'all want something against me, which he has already taken the stand though on. He's taken the stand on that. So why would, if he's taken a stand already in the judicial system with the judge there and asking a lot of questions, then why would he be subjected to even show up to be asked questions over at the congressional table? You know what I mean? Like it's like double tap me, double tap me, double tap me. If I said it over here, then go get the transcript and look through that and read it, through that. So, but Fannie Willis also, keeps her head held high and walks out here like, um, bring it on because this is my career. This is what I do. I prosecute if there's a need to prosecute when I find that there's a law that has been broken. So she does that. But there's people out here that may feel that, you've taken your job a little too far. You've done some underhanded, crooked, conniving things. You're stealing, you're lying, things like that, right? And but so it's pretty much damn if you do, damn if you goddamn don't. Now, let me get back to seeing what in the hell and can a